of zitten, zou ik zeggen, want het wordt gegarandeerd vuurwerk. 2 mannen uit Engeland die een liefdesverhouding met de triple 20 hebben. Allereerst de man die op dit moment de huidige European Darts Champion is. Uiteraard tweevoudig wereldkampioen. Seeded number 15 in the Dutch Darts Masters. He is the ranked number 4 in the world. Jackpot, Adrian Lewis!
The Dutch Masters looking fairly relaxed there, having time to sign a couple of autographs before starting his walk-on. And up against Adrian Lewis. So the number 4 in the world rankings, Dave Chisnall, up against the world number 5. So fairly closely matched in terms of the rankings and in terms of the style of play as well. I'm sure this game will flow maybe a little bit quicker than the previous one between Dolan and Kamula. But well played to Brendan Dolan, setting up an all-Northern Irish quarter-final tonight against Mickey Mansell. But Chisnall and Lewis here looking to set up a quarter-final themselves against either Mervyn King or Kevin Thomas. And joined once again in the commentary box by Rod Harrington. And this was one of the ties of the round that we picked out when we were looking through the list last night of who we had on stage here in Veldhoven this afternoon, and I think we're all going to enjoy this one.
Yes, we certainly are. 2 of the most prolific scorers in the game, and the speed of their throw is going to make this exciting. They're going to feed off of each other's pace and adrenaline. As we talked about pace before, it's going to suit both players absolutely perfect. So I'm expecting, a real good game. Well, as we say, we expect a real good game. They both hit bullseyes. If you were going to put me on the line, I think I'd have to go with Adi. So I think he's just a little bit more consistent.
Certainly on the bullseyes.
Than Chizzy. But Chizzy, if he starts hitting this treble 20, he's going to be hard to beat. But Adi, he's got all the firepower to do so.
Yes, Adrian Lewis seeing off his namesake Jamie Lewis last night, hitting a 1-2-4 check out to win that 6-3. And he did just have a little wobble in the middle of the game. Lewis took out, Jamie Lewis that is, took out an incredible 1-6-7 check out to go 3-2 up. But then Lewis did steady the ship again to win 6-3. Dave Chisnall, meanwhile, he beat the Pie Man Andy Smith 6-2. just averaging 89.8 in that match, so he'll know he needs to he'll need to step that up as today progresses if he is to get through to the latter stages of the tournament tonight.
Well, that's a bad visit from Adi, so although Chisnall lost the bullseye, he's got the 3 darts. And he nicks a treble with the last one. So Adi may get 9 darts from 277. Well, advantage Dave Chisnall in this first leg, and a place in the quarterfinals up for grabs.
Yes, a good solid start, potential 14 darter then to kick off this match from the man from St Helens. Double tops he wants, that's a mile away, and that's overcompensated too far the other way. So 117, a chance for Lewis to hold his throw, won't happen now. And Chisnall back then for double 10.
Yes, Mike, those 2 darts were a long way away for the talent of Dave Chisnall. What can he do with this double 10? Well, that's a little bit better of a card. Just moving to the left to get the flight out of his vision. Wow, 1 dart left and another. I mean, you know, we talk about players that have double trouble and they don't like us talking about it, but the fact is, you know, Dave misses too many darts at a double.
Well, the lie of that first one I think was awkward for Adrian, and, well, both of them just finding difficulty hitting the double early on in this game. Chizzy then for an early break of throw, wanting double 5. 2 good markers if he can slide the third one in there, which he does. He got there in the end. A 21 dart leg.
Yes, and his 14th dart was at the double. He's lucky to get away with missing that many darts at a double, but they both had a very indifferent start to the match. Adi's first dart's just dropping low on the treble. Just needs a little bit of extra power in the arm just to get it in the treble or just above.
Both players were unbeaten in the opening 2 weeks of the Premier League. 2 wins out of 2 for Adrian. A win and a draw for Dave Chisnall, as Adrian bangs in his first maximum of this match and his 4th of the tournament.
Oh, that's a bad visit from Adi. That's given Dave Chisnall 6 darts from 186. And that certainly is going to help the cause of Dave Chisnall. All Adi can do is try and set it up, put some pressure on. Chisnall's going to get 2 darts at a double. Interesting, Mike, 12 double top or 20 double 16. He's been missing the tops. Well, he was going 16 for the 36. That's 48 scored. That's double 2 now. And that's an unbelievable miss to hit the treble 16 from there.
Well, a chance then for Adi. He wants double top now. And both these players, again, just taking a while to find their range on the doubles here on the big stage in Veldhoven. Chizzy does it that time for a 2-0 lead then.
Yes, I was saying, hit the treble 16 from there, Mike, is a bad mistake. As Adi Lewis puts in his 2nd maximum, it's a silly dart. I know that they don't mean to, but there's little errors like that could have cost him the leg. Adi is nearly pitching the dart over. Paul's head there as he was just checking the score. It happens now and again. And as Paul was leaning forward, he was pitching the dart over his head. It was.
It's nearly got a nose piercing there, Paul. He wasn't careful.
Well, Adi went for 2 double tops there, but he's going to come back with 3 clear at that double top to get himself back in this leg.
140, Adrian.
That's better than for Lewis. No messing that time on the double. Gets a leg on the board. Chisnall here on fire at the start of leg number 4. Just an unfortunate drift in that last start.
96.
Well, he missed the 180 with his first visit. Doesn't make the same mistake with his second. And that's 180s back to back. And this is what we expect from these two players. Power scoring. And at the moment, it's Dave Chisnall with that all-important breaker throw to his name.
140.
He's looking at a 11 dart leg is Chisnall. 25 perhaps. Oh, he stayed on there. Risks the treble 20, and it's worked out, so 16. He doesn't want to hit that treble 16 again. Double top.
Well, that was a chance, a great chance to go 3-1 up. Adi needs double top now to bring us all square at 2-2.
65, David 110.
Well, they've found the range with the big scoring, but the doubles still proving to be a bit difficult. And there is Chizzy then with double 5 for a 3-1 lead.
100.
Well, they're both power scorers, but at the moment, Chizzy just edging the scoring side of the match, and it's giving him those extra darts at a double, which are paying off. Lewis just getting the odd dart at double top and 2 in the previous leg, but thereafter, Chisnall's already had darts at a double.
Both players only reached the second round stage here last year. Adrian beaten by Andy Hamilton 6-4. Chizzy beaten by David Pallett 6-3. Adrian did enjoy some success in Europe, winning the European Championships in July. Also had a Players' Championship win in Dublin and reached the finals of both the Masters in Edinburgh and the match play. And Chizzy as well. Success in Europe, winning the German Masters at Hildesheim. But Lewis, with the advantage in this show, look to set up a decent finish when he comes back. Maybe not as good as he would have hoped, but it is a 2-darter with Chizzy still trailing here and unable to find a big treble to put any pressure on the shot.
Well, 58 required, big 18, double top. No.
32.
Sorry, I was miscounting there. 48 he required. Good thing Adi Lewis has not listened to me.
60.
It's out of a bit of practice, not played for a while, Mike. I think that's what that's called.
So that double top, I was going to say, still eluding Adrian Lewis, but he did get there in the end. And you feel that we are now really getting into the meat and potatoes of the game. We expected it to be a
60.
tight affair, and so it's proving.
Chisnall gone off the boil a little bit. Opens the door up, and again that first start. And it has been an awful lot, the first start low on the treble 20 for AD. He's been finding the treble after that first start, but you know, nothing like getting the first start absolutely perfect. But he's got the throw, so a chance here to get the break back and get the advantage in the game.
And there again, just dropping low with the treble 20, causing him to go for cover, and then low on the treble 19 as well.
Adrian, 134.
Well, sets it up perfectly to level the game up at 3 apiece. All Chisnall can do is, well, he's going to put some pressure on. An awful lot of pressure. So double top for AD. He doesn't want to be low on this like he has been on the treble. Oh, certainly that's not low.
Well, a gift for Chisnall to re-establish that 2-leg advantage over the 2-times world champion. He wants double top.
Well, a massive leg that. Lewis having loads of darts at double top. And Chizzy enabling him to nick the leg and take a 2-leg advantage in the match. Quarter-final up for grabs. We'll be starting at 7 o'clock tonight, 6 o'clock British time, here on the YouTube, pdc.tv, from wherever you are.
Yes, the next matchup, Mervyn King, who was in fantastic form, whitewashing Dimitri Vandenberg yesterday with a 103.6 average, taking on the man known as The Undertaker. That's because he's a big WWF wrestling fan, Kevin Thomas. He used to off Wayne Jones and Steve Beaton yesterday to set up this third round clash with Mervyn King. As a ton 80 comes flying in.
Well, AD getting a bit frustrated on these doubles now. It was Chisnall in the early part of the match that was missing them. Now treble 20. Well, he'll stay on the treble 20. He won't go double tops. It was a good guy. Double 10. And he punishes AD again for the second leg on the trot. Takes a 5-2 lead.
And yes, certainly Dave Chisnall with 1 foot in the quarterfinals now. A lot of work to do for Adrian Lewis if he's to claw his way back. Lewis just ruining that double trouble that he suffered in this match.
Well, there we have it. 15% on doubles for Lewis and only 28% for Chisnall. And when you talk at the qualities on that stage, certainly the quality's gone missing on their checkouts.
That sets up 1-2-1 for a potential 12 darter for Chisnall for the match then. He wants the bullseye for a 1-2-1. He didn't bother going for it because Adrian was back on 201.
There was no chance he was going to go for that, Mike. This match is too important for Chisnall. 3 clear darts at double top, and it will be for a convincing win over Adrian Lewis. Both players didn't score at the top of their game, and certainly their doubles had got a miss for a lot part of the game. But it is Chisnall that gets over the line and beats AD Lewis, and he'll be in the quarterfinals this evening. Well, coming up, Kevin Thomas, The Undertaker, takes on the King, Mervyn King, and that comes up very short.
Dames en heren, prachtige partij darts. We gaan vaarwel zeggen tegen de tweevoudig wereldkampioen uit Engeland, Jackpot, Adrian Lewis. Well, Dave, a great match. Some missed doubles, but all in all, I think you must be happy with the win.
Yeah, happy with the win. Lewis missed a lot of doubles there. I just taking my chances like I did yesterday. So I'm happy with that.
This is obviously the second day you're playing. You're in the Premier League as well. Do you feel tired yet, or can you go on forever?
I feel a bit tired, but you've got to work through that. So I'll go back to the room now and have a little rest for tonight.
En hem zien we vanavond dus terug. Dames en heren, Dave Chisnall. En ook hier zal ik de vertaling toch maar even meegeven. Ik vroeg hem of het lekker is om te winnen van Lewis. Hij zei, ja, Lewis miste een flink aantal kansen tegen me, maar